And what can I get our little man for dessert?
A hot fudge sundae.
Ooh, that sounds delish. Would you like whipped cream on top?
Yep.
And sprinkles?
Yep.
And a cherry on top?
Yep.
And how would you like your nuts crushed?
How'd you like your tits shot off?
I need to make sure my mic is loud enough. I feel like my mic just gets quieter every single time I boot up Audacity. I don't know what the fuck it is.
That's a bit weird.
Anyways. Are you good? Are you recording?
Did not hear the second half of that.
Are you good? Are you recording?
Yes, I'm recording.
Okay, great. This is gonna be great. I can tell. This is gonna be really conducive for solid conversation.
You sound like you're trapped in Tron, or you're in a computer and you're going, "Get me out!"
Oh no!
It's
this is bad.
You sound like a Max Headroom reboot.
Oh, I mean, I am beyond the abyss, so I am trying to communicate
abyss?
from another world. So, yeah.
Well, I'm gonna hear what you're saying when I edit this, so that'll be nice.
Oh man, I'll just make sure all my goofs are self-contained and really solid in their own right, and don't need any sort of context.
Easy.
That's all. I'm just playing off myself. We're basically speaking through two like cans with string between them at this point.
Yeah, I've never tried that. That probably sounds even better than this, honestly.
I would bet.
You never done that either?
I think I did a long time ago. I don't remember how it worked out. I was like 4. So
yeah, I don't know.
Anyways,
21st century. Yeah. Hi. Hey.
Schizoid man. Yeah. I am the resistance. I don't know if you know this.
Oh, that's you.
Currently living off the grid.
Cool.
In a home that doesn't belong to me. Yeah, I don't know if I don't think it's technically squatting, but squatting's definitely on the table in the near future. Let's just put it that way. I fucked up, Declan.
I heard one way you fucked up. Is there a different way you fucked up?
No, that's the way I fucked up. I just want to recap exactly.
That was the funniest text. That was so good. Because literally, like 5 minutes before you sent that, my mom goes like, "So you heard anything from the boys in Austin?" And I'm like, "No, nothing really." And then you send me that text. Tell the folks what you told me.
So I basically had to do a solid 4 hours of damage control yesterday, after pitting two realtors in a life and death struggle. I put them in sort of a Mad Max Thunderdome style standoff to see who could get our patronage, yeah, without unwittingly too, because there was this like dude who we were going around checking out houses because we're moving into a home, and this dude was showing us houses and he was pretty incompetent. Like he rode an electric bike around instead of driving, which is like realtors generally try to maintain some sort of semblance of professionalism, and like
that sounds professional to me.
So he rolls up on his bike and just like visibly and just sounds stoned, and he's saying yeah every other word, and so he takes us to this one. I'm gonna have to start from square one basically. So he takes us to this one place. The front lawn is literally a dump. It's just all of the shit that was inside of this house when somebody was evicted was thrown out on the front lawn, and he's totally baffled by this. He's like, "Oh yeah, I thought the people weren't supposed to be living here." And then the house next door, he's like, is it this house or this house? And the house next door doesn't have a door handle. The door handle was blown off and was replaced with a bolt, like a bolt lock.
Fucking renters, man.
And then, so basically there were squatters in this other house. And so while we're there, like he's having us wait around while he looks around for what place he's supposed to be renting out because he's just that incompetent. He doesn't know the actual home he's renting. While we're waiting around, this dude opens up the door of the squatter home and drops something on the front lawn. And I didn't want to get close enough to it to identify what it was. But it just looks like a totem of some kind. Like it had like heft to it when he dropped it and made a nice thud. So he dropped this totem on the front lawn and then went back inside his squatter's hovel, basically. So we decided not to work with this fellow anymore because he just wasn't very good at his job. But he showed us another place that we were kind of interested in. So we went with another realtor and we're like, hey, we like this place. It's a bit outside of our price range. Could you help us bring the price down? And she's like, oh, yeah, absolutely. So we tell her that, and then 5 minutes later, she gets back to us like, yeah, I managed to talk down the price. It's going to be, so-and-so amount. If you guys could have the applications in by the end of the day, they'll hold up their end of the deal. So we're like, okay, great. So the application fee was $150 a person. We're like, holy shit, that's really expensive. So without thinking, we checked to make sure that was actually the price of the application fee. So we contact the previous realtor without thinking, and he's like, wait a minute, what are you asking for? Are you applying to this place? And I basically spilled the beans and let him know that we were working with another realtor, and he was super salty about it. And then he started sending us like petty text messages and about like, oh, I thought you were ready to sign on the place now. Because I'm like, yeah, well, what we could do going forward. And he was just being super petty about it and pissy. And so we kind of became concerned of like, is this guy going to fuck us if we apply for this place? Did I fuck us out of this house because we fucked over this dude, Jeremy? Does Jeremy have enough pull at this realty agency to get us to basically get us blackballed here? And it turns out Jeremy did not have enough pull because we got approved. Hey. Yes. So I will soon no longer be a part of the resistance and be yet another yuppie living in a house with IKEA furniture.
I'll take over for you. I'll move into a super shitty place.
We'll see how low you can go. And were you the one who threw the totem on the front lawn?
It wasn't a totem. I put my weed in there.
Oh, shit.
Hell yeah.
It was an offering to get us to go away.
You know what's up.
Anyways, yeah, I'm going to be living in a place soon. Anime watching will be easier.
Yeah.
Because, there's one television here.
That's streaming,
Yeah, also our internet will be above 5 megabits per second, so you'll be able to hear me not through, through a recording onto a phonogram.
I'm going to hear you in phonograph. 4K.
Oh, yeah. Anyways, anime.
Oh, there's more of it. They're still making it.
Some might say there's too much.
I was going to say it's been a bit of a rough week for me too, but the only way I've messed up is that I spilled a bunch of aquarium water on my basement carpet. And
you mentioned this.
And I get home. I spent all day last Sunday revamping my turtle's tank, making it all nice.
Your filtration game.
Putting more water in it, just making it a better place for my turtle to live. And it took me all day, and I was dead by the end of it, and it was great. And I come home from work the next day on Monday, and my soaks are immediately soaked when I walk in the basement.
Oh no!
And I just go no.
What have you done?
And so I've had a giant industrial fan running down here all day, every day, and a dehumidifier, and somehow the carpet is now completely dry. It's gross looking, but it is dry, and it doesn't smell like mold down here, so that's nice.
Does it have like a nice crunch when you step on it?
No.
Oh, nice.
Seems fine.
It just looks gross though. There's like a big water stain all over it.
Yeah, there's a big brown stain, and it seems dry, and it doesn't smell that funky down here. If it does, I was worried because I specifically dechlorinated the water to make bacteria grow in it, so that's great. But yeah,
you're living in a petri dish, bro.
So I had to rapidly learn how to reseal an aquarium using a silicone and a caulk gun, and the the tank I have specifically says do not fill with water on the bottom, which I always figured was like a liability thing, but I guess maybe they were.
No fooling there.
Maybe they weren't fooling. I don't know. I have it completely full of water right now, sitting outside, so I'm just gonna leave it there for like 48 hours.
How are the turtles though?
Turtles in a temporary tiny tank with barely any water in it, just kind of hanging out.
All right,
but she'll be fine.
I don't think you care. I don't think she cares none.
You can't kill these things. You really can't.
You've tried, apparently.
It's pretty impressive.
The true bachelor pet.
It took cancer to kill the other one. Turtle cancer. Can you believe it?
It takes the best of us.
Can you believe this world we live in?
Turtle cancer. Even the purest beings must succumb to it.
Speaking of this world we live in, it's even more. What's more unbelievable than cancer is anime.
It keeps getting made, in spite of my wishes for it not to.
We got
enough.
We keep relapsing every 2 weeks. Or whatever it means to get cancer again.
It's out of remission. I guess it would be a relapse.
Yes. Something like that. Yeah.
Except this is one we're voluntarily putting into ourselves.
Well, yeah.
It would be like inhaling, just like creating a room filled with asbestos and just going into it and inhaling it once every 2 weeks
to see what happens.
Just to give it a go, Maybe this time it'll work out. Maybe this time it'll be fun.
You gotta confirm it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're gonna sniff that asbestos every day for your entire life, and then you're gonna get hit by a bus when you're like 37.
Yeah. Yes, I do know. Anyways, speaking of getting hit by a bus, let's cover some anime.
All right. We finished it. We watched all of it. Even though how far are we into the season? I've barely been able to watch anything this week because I've been...
I think we're 5 weeks in.
Watching aquarium videos. Yeah, we're about halfway. Yeah, we're halfway.
I think I can't do it anymore.
I have a bunch of episode 6s queued up, so yeah, that's half. Buddy.
I can't do any more previews. I can't do them.
Nope, you have to.
I'm tapping out. I'm straight up done. I can't do them.
Don't you feel nice and accomplished when you finally finish it?
No, I feel empty. so empty. I'm just... oh God! These have been so low, and they're not even like the worst things we've ever watched. This is not a collection of the worst anime we've watched for season previews. These are just the most disappointing ones. Just the ones that make me think about the things I do and the decisions I make in my own life. And what is it even worth anymore?
Don't you have to know though? Because
I know just fine. I've seen enough isekais to know.
Because you know 95% of them are going to be garbage, but you don't know which 95%.
But
I've got razor's edge for me.
The thing is that I've got you to show me which 5% are the good. I don't have to do this anymore.
I'm not just going to sit here and tell you about it. Not happening.
It hurts so bad. It turns out the 5% that are good are the shorts, but anyways.
Perhaps. We'll find out.
Okay.
Let's begin.
Give me a title.
Let's begin to speak. Last week we were going to do Made in Abyss.
I got it.
And now we've watched it, so we will.
Yes.
This is an adaptation of a manga being done by Kinema Citrus, who did Black Bullet and Kumamiko and Yuyushiki. Which one were you surprised about there?
I just didn't realize they were Yuyushiki.
I don't know why. It's brilliant, genius.
High art.
This show's just about exploring kids. That was not on purpose, I swear. I actually wrote that down. Unironically, this is about kids who explore a big
cavern, big old gaping holes.
I didn't realize, now that you put it like that, it's gotten all weird.
We can recover. It's good.
Sorry, yeah, let's bring it back. These kids all look like Ichigo Marshmallow characters, and yeah, there's a big old hole where they collect treasure, artifacts from previous societies, and there's a girl exploring it, and she finds this big nasty lizard thing, and it chases her, but then it gets shot to fuck by a little boy with a mega buster, and apparently he's not human, and he's also unconscious.
He's not human!
He can't be. And we get there's an English opening, and this show's got good music, and it looks sharp, and I think Kinema Citrus finally made a good show that isn't Kumamiko. So there you go.
Yes. I was also... Go ahead.
Oh, and the boy's name is Shigi.
Shigi's a great name. Anyways, yeah, I was in this, the opening comes up and it's Kinema Citrus. I'm like, holy fuck, really? Like, I didn't associate them with any kind of quality, but you just can tell right off the bat that this thing's got, like, some serious thought put into it. Like, this world, and there's production value, and there's interesting things happening. I'm
well,
like,
you associate them with good animation, don't you? Like, Black Bullet looked very nice, as did Kumamiko.
Yes, but you never see them pulled together like in just like a really solid package. Like this just feels like
I guess
it's got the works. It's got a nice world. Like there's a
that's the source material though. You know, it's not the studio.
What's it based on?
Huh?
What's it based on? Is it based on
a manga? Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Shit. Well, I guess Kinema Citrus can't be given any credit for this at all.
Nope.
Nope. They just made it look good.
Losers. Whoa, you just had a censor beep there.
I meant it. Censoring my previous statements.
That was okay. All right.
I'm just reverting everything I said positive at Kinema Citrus. You're still mediocre, but man, this one's good. It's got cinematic timing.
Yeah.
It's got suspense. It's got characters that are likable.
The robot boy can do Spider-Man stuff.
Also, it can do some Cyber City 080 stuff, which is also Spider-Man stuff. Robo-arm extensions.
Yes, sure. The monsters, I don't think this is in the first episode, but the monsters are drawn in a very, like almost oil painting, like sketchy, no outline way that looks pretty weird.
Does it work?
Kinda. It's a little, discon. It doesn't mesh perfectly, but it's a style. It looks fine. I was kind of disappointed. I wanted this to be 2 core because it seems like it should be, but it's 13 episodes. And I don't think the manga's over, so it's not going to probably have a conclusion.
There was a scene in the first episode I really liked where they're trying to... there's a bunch of stuff in the first episode, but one scene in particular where they're sneaking the robot kid into the orphanage that they live in, and they have to get by a guard. So they just kind of have to use their smarts and have their little baby friend... distract the guard. It's like there's some thought put into not only the world but also the actions they're doing. They're doing interesting things, which is a twist because it's not just fighting and and talking. There's other stuff. There are other things going on, and I appreciate that in a fucking medium that's become nothing but talking and fighting. I don't know.
Yeah,
it's good.
It's just kind of good. It's weird because they spend the first 2 episodes introducing all these characters, and then they just go into the hole without them, and then that's it. So I wonder if they'll come back or...
Wait, what? It's just the two people,
yeah,
or 3 people going in the hole?
It's just Girl and Robot. No, just them.
No Shigi?
Is Shigi... Which one's Shigi?
He's the friend, not her friend, the first kid they meet once they get to the village.
Oh, right. Yeah, no Shigi.
Shigi. No Shigi?
No, they say goodbye to Shigi. It's just Girl and Robot Boy. For now. I don't know.
The other kid seemed cool. He was kind of
yeah,
little bit, just a little stoic kid.
But yeah, she's got to go find her mom's, so goes, just dives right in their hole.
Oh, going as deep as she can go.
What?
I don't know. It's good. Let's move on.
Okay. And everyone's hyping up that furry girl, so we'll see how that ends up. Probably fine.
Right on.
There's no nipples, though. Remember 18If?
Yes. I do remember 18If.
I avoided this one for a while. I did not watch this one this early in my actual schedule.
What could it be?
I wasn't excited.
What about
this?
For
some reason. I don't even remember. Let's find out. Let's explore my notes to see what this show even was, because I don't remember.
I can hit it if you want.
This is an original from Gonzo. who did Saikano and Last Exile and Welcome to the NHK and Rosario Vampire and other things. Hit it.
Okay.
Oh, and it's based on it's technically an original, but it's in a mobile game series. So great, cool.
It sure as fuck felt like it. So a dude wakes up in a topsy-turvy crazy dimension where there's like trippy psychedelia stuff going on. There's like floating platforms and upside down people, and then a lady. You get like cool split screen effects.
Oh god, it's this one.
Yeah.
Oh no.
This
I was watching this and I was like, this has to be Gohan's. This isn't Gohan's with these fucking fonts. Wow.
Also, there's the general weirdness of like the lack of outlines on the characters, and they just kind of like there doesn't seem to be a model. They just kind of are amorphous.
Yeah, but just like the way too much camera movement combined with the 2004 fonts.
Correct.
Combined with just the weirdness. It should be Gohan's. I can't believe it's not Gohan's.
There is a distracting amount of camera movement in this that just is for no real purpose other than to disorient.
No reason at all.
So you get crazy split screen effects as he tries to piece together what's going on, and then a lady pops out of his phone. And then it's the lady's like a witch or something, and then there's a little girl shows up and she calls him Moni-chan. I'm like kind of lost at this point. Then he runs out of a door and gets chomped by a flying monster thing. He runs out the door of this bedroom he woke up in. It's like he falls into another dimension and gets eaten, and then he wakes up again in that same bedroom, and then walks out of another door into a crazy psychedelic dreamscape. That looks kind of like a background in a transformation sequence of Sailor Moon or something. It's like this super pastel-y, weird cloudiness stuff. And then like this dreamscape is full of stuffed animals running around. There's a cat dude, and the cat dude tells him if he dies in the dream, he's going to die in real life, which is, wow, what a twist. And then so they jump into yet another dream world with a completely different art style, and I'm still lost at this point. And he talks to the cat dude, and the cat dude's like, who could this little girl be? Is it this fictional person that all these legends are about?
Maybe.
And he's like, it turns out this kitty is an authority on dream world research. And he's like, yeah, you can get out of the dream world if you find this blue door. And then the protagonist is like, I'm just going to talk to this evil witch girl who's going to kill us or whatever. And so he teleports the witch lady. And then the witch just starts wreaking all havoc and turns the protagonist into a teddy bear and turns the kitty into a piece of pie. And it turns out this was the kid's endgame because he was using this to coax the Lily, whoever girl, out of hiding. So this is kind of a scatterbrained summation of what happened, but it's like it is this way. I don't know. It's really hectic and crazy.
It's stylish, but with just enough jank to be like off.
It captures dreamlike in that it's just jumping around like fucking crazy.
I guess, yeah. The setting is basically like Spooky Boogie's world from Psycho Pass.
Yes.
It feels a lot just kind of like a rip off of that.
My first thought was like Summer Wars, because there's a lot of icons and like people using avatars, and like they're not literal representations of who they are in the real world. But it turns out all of this is inside of a girl's mind, and the girl has Sleeping Beauty syndrome, where she's in a coma, and I guess people are wrapped up in her coma world. And then if she's killed in the dream, she'll wake up in real life. Then the protagonist gives her an good old fashioned shonen talking to, where he's like, "Hey, stop being evil. This isn't gonna fix anything."
Because she's getting bullied IRL.
And then she snaps out of it and disappears into a puff of sparkles and wakes up in real life. And then the kid wakes up in yet another dream world. I don't know if that's his reality or whatever. That was my biggest question. Is he wakes up? Why is the real world just as crazy as the dream world, or is he stuck in the dream world? Where is he when he wakes up? I think he's stuck in the dream world. But anyways, then he goes back to sleep, and then the episode ends. I don't know. I was kind of annoyed at first because I thought it was going to be like another Summer Wars or whatever, where it's like these are, it's inside of a virtual reality or like a game world or something. But it's kind of is, but it's just inside of a dream. But it was just difficult enough to really wrap my head around, to where it kept me at least perplexed the entire time, if in that way entertained, because it was kind of interesting to kind of piece together what the fuck's happening. It's not great. I think it's probably bad, but I enjoyed the ride of being like, what is this? What is this? Because like they have internet iconography in this other world, but it's a dream world. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, I was so I could not follow this a bit. It just seemed like not nonsense.
I would say it's nonsense.
It's nonsense, but without a good tone to make up for it.
It's not at least it's not self-important. That's the thing I can give it the most, is that like it's got a lot of highfalutin concepts, but it's not like, it doesn't feel like it's trying to be smarter than it is. It's just kind
level-headed.
of a wash. Yes, level-headed. Because like the protagonist is kind of like, he just wants to get the fuck out, you know.
He reacts to things very down to earth, in a down to earth way. That was the only thing I kind of appreciated about the show. Yeah.
I also kind of like the cat. I like his mannerisms. I don't know. That's that show.
But still, I don't know how this got made. What a nightmare. This is a mess. So weird. All right. Moving on. Did you watch Symphogear?
Nope.
All right.
What happens in Symphogear?
It's crazy.
Okay, what brand of crazy? What variety we got?
So the organization that they work for, there's just like an assistant guy, and he's kind of a fuckboy. And I guess it was last season, I don't even remember. He just starts doing things with superpowers, and they justify it by saying he's a ninja, but there's no other ninjas in the show. He's just a ninja for no reason, so he's just hopping around and teleporting everywhere and hitting people. And in this one, it starts out they're assaulting this base, and they come in and they're attached to a kite, and they fly in on a kite and jump down, and then they fight tanks. It's really something.
Well, that sounds great.
Still retarded. Digging it.
Okay, even more, even dumber.
Season 3 started out almost too dumb to surpass with the spaceship, and they flew through K2. So I wouldn't say they've surpassed that yet. And also the cast has gotten so inflated that there's not enough room for personal Yuri bait moments, which I kind of miss.
Just totally removed Yuri Bay moments with no sort of soul behind them.
Not totally removed, but yeah, there's not as much. There's a lot more action. But, it's still Symphogear, and nothing else is Symphogear.
Well, that's good to hear that it's still going. Continues to be that.
Oh, yeah. Boy, does it. Want to talk about Vatican, Kiseki, Chousakan?
I would love to talk about Vatican.
This is a light novel being adapted by J.C. Staff, who did Toradora and Raildex and Amanchu and Flying Witch. It's those guys.
Who the fuck is this for?
What's that?
Who's the audience for this?
Let me tell you.
What is this?
It's young men who purposefully took a whole bunch of Atizalam so they wouldn't have to remember watching this bullshit.
What?
I literally don't even remember watching this show.
Who's responsible for this?
I'm
what is
very
Japan
glad.
playing at? What's their end game?
I'm very glad because I remember not liking it.
Fucking what? This show opens with gay baiting inside the Vatican, which is fine.
There's an occultic Ouija board being done by some dudes, I guess, and then a guard scatters them, and then there's a floating guy in a church. He's just floating, and then there's an opening that really goes for it.
Oh,
really,
boy, do they go for it. I think it's like isn't that the one that's kind of a SNK ripoff? Shingeki no Kyojin ripoff?
I'm just going to watch it because like I said, I'm going by my notes, man. I don't...
Can I just give this one?
What's that?
I'm kind of into recapping this one.
Oh, yeah, sure, go ahead.
Okay, so these dudes are miracle investigators. That's like their job for the Vatican. And they're sent to investigate some devil worshippers and they're like a potential virgin birth or virgin conception. And then they've got a hilarious. They travel to this church in a hilarious.
Oh, it's coming back to me. Okay.
Indiana Jones style transition,
right?
Where they the dotted line on the map and everything.
This doesn't really strike me as Attack on Titan, but it is into itself. Go ahead.
So they go to the church and they meet a girl, and when they meet the girl, she whips around and she's got stigmata and her hands are fucking bleeding, in like Christ-like manner. And there's a whole shitload of Dutch angles. And then, they cut away from that without resolving what the fuck happened there. So I'm just kind of left.
I just want to keep in mind, this is a globe-trotting Vatican cop procedural.
Yes, it is.
This should be the greatest show of all time. And the fact that it isn't means that someone fucked up real bad.
They weren't sassy enough. They needed to be sassy Vatican investigators, more so than just kind of like bland and
I don't care
sorrowful.
what. If they're solving biblically themed mysteries, that's like, that's my, oh, yes. Give me that. There's moments in this where it's like they're kind of channeling Exorcist, and I'm like, okay, where they're getting like visions of fucking demons, and like, at one point one of the characters sees a mother in the distance holding a baby with 3 eyes. Like that's fucking metal. Like that's some Twilight Zone, some fucking like it's some good shit. Vatican cops.
Anyways, so this girl might have conceived as a virgin, and they're sent there to check on it. And they look into the finances of the church and the gynecology info for the woman. So it turns out this church is making way too much fucking bank. And so they go to they're making 30.
One of my notes just says "spooky baby."
Spooky baby is it's in the show. I can confirm.
What is it? A demon baby? I don't remember that part.
It's a baby with 3 eyes, but it's like like you only see the eyes inside the whatever the fuck blanket that it's wrapped in. So we get more visions. One of the characters has a vision of a little kid and gave him a cross or some bullshit, and then they're awoken by loud knocking on a door. And one of the priests has had his fucking skull caved in as part of a ritual. And then a guard almost spills the beans about a previous incident that occurred. And then they go to mass, and everybody cries because this priest was murdered. And then a statue of Virgin Mary cries, and that's the fucking episode. I thought this was going to be episodic, but I guess it's going to have some level of serialization. There might be like 3 episode arcs or something. I really wanted to see this get resolved in 22 minutes, but it didn't. This is dumb and bad. Let's keep going. Oh shit.
Right.
Okay. What show are we on?
18F.
Vatican
still.
boys.
Or no, it's Vatican.
18F?
No, you're right. Yes, Vatican.
No, we finished Vatican, didn't we?
No, absolutely not.
Okay. So Vatican, where were we?
Because we have to keep talking about it because it's amazing.
Statue. No, we finished it. Statue of Virgin Mary cries. It's the show shouldn't exist. And if it should exist. It should be better than it is, but it's somehow really boring. They're trying to gay bait, but they're not doing a super good job. The concept of the show is okay. Execution leaves a lot to be desired. It's fucking horribly ugly. That's all I got.
This is like The Exorcist meets The Twilight Zone and a procedural cop show, and it's still bad
without any of the fun of that concept mashup.
I am deeply offended.
What's next?
After this one is a short. You watched the shorts this time.
I did.
Because I told you 5 minutes before we started.
I had watched 2 of them. But which one?
Aho-Girl.
Oh boy.
Which is Japanese for dumb girl.
Oh really? Fucking couldn't have pieced that together.
It's a 4-coma adaptation by Dio Media.
Also couldn't have pieced that together.
Who did such gems as Fuka and Kankole and Mayoiga and Ikamusume and Girlish Number.
Nothing but bangers, top to bottom, is what you're saying.
Absolutely. And this is 13 minutes, so it's all the banger of Fuka condensed into half, so it's twice as good all the way through.
Basically, yeah. Do you want to cover this one? Or I can do it too. I don't give a fuck.
I don't know. It doesn't matter. I watched it like a month ago.
I got it.
The opening, it's about a girl who's dumb, and the opening is pretty much just her eating a banana. So it's pretty good.
It's about a girl who's dumb. She's real dumb. And there's a dude.
She's not only dumb, but she's also Aoi. So
she got a dude who helps her out because she's too dumb to live. And she lives next door to him, and then at one point he talks to her mom, and her mom's like, yeah, she's a fucking idiot, but her body's okay.
Yeah, even her mom's not really into her.
You should train her up to be your lady friend. And he's like, I can't take her out like this. I would have to train her to not be such a moron all the time. And then there's another girl who is very cute, but she insists that the idiot girl is cuter than she is, and the idiot girl's like, I'm the cutest girl in the world. And it's basically antics about this girl being stupid, and she really likes fucking bananas. She loves bananas.
It's random.
It is so random. It's not bad. I'm kind of into it.
It's actually not even random. It's just kind of slapstick.
I'm into it. I don't know. I was kind of annoyed with the shtick at the beginning, but then the more I watched it, there was a Stockholm Syndrome moment where I'm like, okay, I'm kind of into it.
Yeah, I've never really been partial to really fast-paced gag comedies, but everyone seems to like this. I don't know.
Agreed. I kind of like it. It is what it is. It is that concept. If you don't like the concept, then you're not going to like the show. I'm into the concept, where I wasn't immediately, but then the dumber and dumber it got, and the dumber and dumber she got, the more I was into it. By the end of the episode, she's basically not even a person anymore.
She's very dumb.
This girl is so dumb.
How dumb is she?
This season on TBS, Idiot Girl. I'm an idiot. Fucking
3 idiot girls, a guy, and a pizza shop.
In one funny show.
Two broke idiot girls. CBS.
Anyways,
this shows it's boob fondlage.
There's some gropage in this. She gropes one of the girls in her class because she felt like she had to. She offered her 10 yen to grope her titties,
which proves that she's actually a genius.
I think
like
so.
Me.
It's a master plan, really. I don't really have much more to say about this other than
it's a short. Yeah, it is what it is.
Do we have to? It's like. Would you do more than 2 minutes on Bananyan? I don't think so.
We should go back. I think we probably did.
Anyways, what do we got?
The next one I got down is Jikan no Shihaisha, or Chronos Ruler.
Oh, fucking Jesus. Fucking.
Hold on. I need to read through my notes to remember which one this is.
Oh, fuck. No.
What? Wait. I don't remember that.
I got it.
Wait,
Just give me
hold on.
Okay.
What? Did I watch this?
Wow. I can understand if you watched it and you don't fucking remember. I understand exactly how you feel.
You'd think I'd remember this. This is a manga by being done by Project Number 9, Rokubu Netoge Imocho. There's snow and jazz, apparently. I'm sorry, I have to go back and watch a bit of this, because what?
Yep.
I don't even think I purposefully altered myself to forget this one.
There's time monsters, and these bounty hunters fight the time monsters, and then this girl finds out about this fucking, superstition that if you go to this clock tower at a certain hour, you can turn back time or some bullshit. and her teacher is magically de-aging. She overhears, and she's like, oh my god, this might actually be for real. So she goes to the clock tower and encounters one of the bounty hunters guys, and he's like, yeah, it's like this clock tower does have powers, but the powers are coming from these monsters who eat people's time, and it's all, and we fight them, and then they fight the monsters and kill them. That's it.
Wow.
It's real bad.
I have so close to zero recollection of this. This is amazing.
This
I forced
is
this out of... Oh, this is... Holy... I don't even remember this horrible man lady.
This is basically one of those episodic shows about hot guys solving crimes or whatever, or mysteries, you know.
I
one of those
wrote
shows.
down a bunch of times that it's basically super Bungaku Stray Dogs.
It was exactly the thing in my mind. I just couldn't remember the fucking name. It's exactly that, where it's
Because
cute boys solving crime.
It's girl meets a pack of cute boys who are super crime solvers.
Yes, it is that show.
And it's jazzy and suave, but boy,
not suave. Not suave. There's some really bad jokes in this. Like, one of the characters is a pimp, and he's making a joke about how like I'm gonna make my partner shove pasta up his nose, and then which doesn't make sense. Nose? Pasta, like pasta.
Oh, okay.
He's gonna make him snort this pasta.
You went robot there
know.
for a second. It sounded like a sensor. It was good.
And like they get to the end of the episode and they try to pay it off because he still has the same bowl of pasta, but now it's crusty, and he can't make him snort the pasta because it would give him a nosebleed.
They call that
Awful.
al dente, by the way.
Al dente. Fucking, I wish I was al dente right now. Fuck.
What does that mean?
Open to interpretation.
Man, my notes are amazing. Teacher is too young.
Teacher is too young. This is
or just right.
She turns into a little babby at one point, and then she disappears because she goes too young, and it no longer exists.
Yeah. Myself that watched this show in another universe says the tone is all over the place, and they're really trying to sell me on its CG-laden, jazz-based crazy fights.
Correct.
Because people like Baccano, and I don't think it worked very well. And also I wrote, no, Victor, don't do it.
Yep.
Victor forgets some stuff.
There was one good... Oh, yeah, he loses some of his age to these monsters, and he loses some knowledge.
Bummer.
One thing I do have to make note of is that there's a point where one of them uses a special move and yells, "Ace shot!" And then Ace shot appears on the screen, and that's okay. That's always good.
Is this show In Time, starring Justin Timberlake?
No, it's not actually In Time. Money is not currency.
Oh, why did I write that?
Time is money, baby. I think it's just the presence of clocks all over the fucking place and clock symbolism.
No, there must have been some sort of currency.
Nope.
Related. No, surely I wouldn't have written that.
No, I just watched this. There's no instance of money as currency. You might have also watched an alternate version of this show where that's the case. So I'm going to cut him some slack. He was apparently in quite a state when he wrote these notes.
Oh, it's because of the aging of her, probably, right? Because you can get time back, and yeah, it's probably because people are changing ages.
Sure.
Must be it.
Yeah, because you can stop your clock, I guess.
Yeah, and you can get younger and by doing shady business.
That movie has one of the worst car flips in the history of cinema.
That's a great car flip. Oh man, love it.
Oh, sweet Jesus, fuck! I just end over end so fast.
It's like a miniature or something, or is it CG? I forget.
It's really bad CG.
Right. Yeah. But yeah, by the end of this, I was like, wait, is this girl actually our main character, or is it just the person they're helping this episode?
I'm gonna guess Serial.
Which I also asked at in the first episode of Bungo Stray Dogs.
Correct. They need to stop doing this. They need to make this more overt as
Very
to
strange.
Who to get it connected to.
Oh, and also the dudes are really father-son because it's Benjamin Button. One of them is Benjamin Button.
Yes.
All right.
There we go.
Done. Reviewed. Critiqued.
Done. The opinion is settled. We figured it out. We got to the bottom of that show.
Our next show was so good that we actually had long-lost hobo Steven message us asking to do an episode on it, and I was like, sure, if you want to wait until January. And he was like, oh.
He doesn't look that far into the future, dude.
No, but somehow, through some channel, he found out there was a show about dancing.
I think he just might have put it in dancing anime. And then he's just like, oh, well, hello.
He just Googles that once a day to see if it happens, and then it finally did.
He almost fell for the trap with Yuri, but that wasn't quite dancing. That was ice dancing.
Why hasn't that motherfucker watched Yuri on Ice? That's basically dancing.
Same concept.
That show would make him come. Oh my god, that show made me come.
We'll make him watch it.
What's that?
We can make him watch it.
We should just make him watch it. It's just really good. Everyone should watch that. It's just a really good show. But yeah, this one's Ballroom Youkoso.
Yes.
Youkoso, a manga being done by Pro IG.
I can get this one right quick.
You wanna?
I mean, unless you want it.
I don't think I have anything much to say. Yeah, go nuts.
It's a club anime, but it's not a club. It's an academy. It's like a fuck. It's like a studio. So like like a club anime where like, oh, we're the blank club and we do this thing, and then someone goes to the club and like, oh, I want to do this thing. There's a lot of honor and mystery and beauty behind this thing that they do in this club. You know those? Like those shows?
It's not the Haruhi kind of club where the club is an excuse for them to be friends. It's the I'm aspiring to do this thing that I'm suddenly very, very enchanted by.
Yes.
Kind of.
Because I'm a lost soul who's found a calling.
I haven't found my calling, exactly.
So it's one of those, but instead of being a club, he has to pay money to do it.
Right.
That's it. And the thing he does is dancing.
What's that? Yes, dancing.
That's it.
Yeah.
But it's all right.
It's very standard in that way in its premise. I'm on the fence with this one a lot because the characters are like, they seem like they could grow on me, maybe. And it's animated very nice, except for the necks, which are even crazier than Yuri on Ice's necks.
Yes.
These necks are out of control during the dancing segments.
Human necks don't look right.
It's just it's a confounding bodily structure, apparently. Defies space and time. The first episode rubbed me the wrong way. I have kept watching it because for some reason it's something sticking with me. But I thought the main character was too whiny. I thought the premise was too generic. The proportions were genuinely off-putting. He literally does the thing where he contemplates his decision to join the club and then dunks his head into the bath. And
but then he gets like visions of the beauty of what he witnessed.
And it seems even more into itself and its art than Yuri on Ice. And the characters were introduced really fast, which kind of put me off. But yeah, I haven't watched this in a couple weeks. I watched the first few episodes and like it's okay. I don't know.
It seems good. I just wasn't like oh my god. Did you just bang a gong, or is there a war? Is there a war coming? Oh God, it's happening. Anyways,
the universe.
Well, if only we had a mixing board right now. But
if only.
So, yeah, it seems all right. It seems like one of those, like a decent one of those. I thought the big old. Not the literal older brother, but like his mentor character seemed pretty cool. He has a little bit more going on than I'm just going to help you become as good as you can be. Like he has to prove to him that he's worthy of this training because he comes in, he's like, I want to be a pro. He's like,
he rides a motorcycle.
You think you're going to be your fucking pro? I can't. My notes, his name is Moto Bro.
I just
rides a motorcycle.
Ride my motorcycle.
So yeah, it seems okay. That's all I got.
Yep, same.
What do we got?
Next one, Shoukoku no Altair.
Oh, fuck.
This is another one.
I don't have notes for this.
Okay. Do you remember it, though?
Yes, I remember what it is.
I want to prove to me that you watched it. What's it about?
It's about this Arabian fellow who
All right,
is
good enough.
he's in the military.
This I also have. I don't remember. I remember watching it, but I don't have any memory of what happens. But anyways, this is another manga by Mappa. Y'all know Mappa. This is Fancy Egyptian Bishonens, the show. I can only assume this is a tie-in with the new Assassin's Creed. But the one thing you immediately notice is that the show actually does look genuinely amazing. This looks like it was actually... We still don't get a lot of shows animated in true 1080p, and this... You can tell when it's sharp enough that I think a lot of this is actually animated at that resolution.
Yep.
It looks fantastic. I don't know how there could be a market for this bullshit, though. I don't know who's watching this.
Yes, correct. Exact same take I had is like who the fuck is watching this show? Because I flip this on, the second I turn it on, I'm like, I'm not going to remember jack shit from this.
Who could be interested in this? Any of this?
It's literally the majority. I would say all of it is just Arabian politics, but it's like a fake Turkey. That's like more.
It's
name of
whatever country wears the gigantic onion hats, which I guess is Turkey. I don't know.
And it's just Arabian politics, and this kid's an orphan. I guess he's an orphan, and he joins the military, because this dude guides him through it. And
our guy is named Mahmut, and he just got promoted to something, and he's talking to a dude, and then there's a brown boob lady, and
I liked brown boob lady, by the way.
Oh, absolutely! How could you not? That's the only two things you need. But he passed some kind of hard test when he was 12.
Whoa.
Yeah, impressive. And apparently being a pasha means you just carry around an eagle on your shoulder all the time. But then Brown Boobs is in his bed with his hay poems. Hay poems? What? Oh, gay poems?
Again, how am I supposed to fucking remember any of this shit? I'm like, what is... this guy's writing poetry? Like, how am I supposed to be invested in this?
And when she's on his bed, he sleeps on the roof like a fucking cuck. Fuck this show. And he thwarts a robber. And he's a government guy trying to prevent war. And something happened 12 years ago. And he says, if only I could prove it wasn't one of our soldiers who filed the error. That's not how false flags work, buddy. You can't just prove... That's not...
Politics!
God
Politics in my first episode!
So
Politics in my first episode!
His old friend offers to go to the Empire as a sacrifice to prevent a war, but our main character follows him. He gets more flashbacks. Their convoy gets attacked by arrow ninjas. MC throws mutton at them to fake... set to fake Hiroyuki Sawano music. I checked. It's not Hiroyuki Sawano, but it's definitely trying to be. And there's a lot of eagles. And it's just, boy, I can just imagine, like, there's so many people clamoring, like, there's so much moe and supernatural school shows. Please, give us an anime that really branches out and takes a risk. All right, how about Bronze Age Turkish war politics?
No!
Yeah, that'll get those hardcore fans going. That'll get their noggins jogging.
That's definitely the fucking ninja scroll audience is gonna light on fire for this shit. Fucking, oh my god, the Arabian Peninsula is ripe for entertainment value. That's fucking sure.
Imagine being a poor 16-year-old, very homely, sexually deprived girl, and just aching for some desert Bishonen boys, and getting smacked in the face with Bronze Age false flag politic bullshit. Imagine how fast you would dry up.
That could probably you're literally looking at the desert, and you're drier than that said desert. But like, I'm sure they could figure it out. They do. The main dude's pretty enough to where they could probably work one out if they really needed to. They're 16, Their loins are moist.
Just like hearing you complain about shows as you descend into the cyberverse and you get more and more robotic. It's just great. I wish I was recording my own audio hearing you.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. How am I doing? Should I get more or less drunk?
I'm coming down from being quite drunk. So if we should probably go opposite direction. So you should get drunker and I should be more sober.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, anyways, that's that show. I don't know who the fuck that's for. Give me a show with that level of production value with, like, anything else. Anything. Give me domestic politics of another nation. Like, I don't give a fuck.
I don't recall there being a lot of movement, but it just looks it's just sharp as heck.
You get one or the other. You get movement, you get prettiness.
Yeah.
And this one's got prettiness. And
just unbelievably boring.
Oh my god.
Wow.
It's a graveyard. It's
fucking hell. Yeah.
Fuck. Anyways, on to the next.
Yeah, next. Boy, this one's a real head scratcher. Centaur no Nayami. Oh boy.
It's so genuine. It's totally real.
No,
it's totally
this show is a mystery wrapped in an enigma. What the fuck are you talking about?
No.
Crazy?
No. It's totally sincere. That's the thing. I was wondering, like, is this parody? But no, it's real. That's a real show. That's sincere. That's hard on its sleeve. Completely genuine television there. Straight up.
Okay. Well, let's start. It's a manga.
Okay.
Being done by Emon, which I believe is Chinese because their only credit is Spirit Pact. Remember Spirit Pact?
Yes. How could I forget?
And I was getting excited, like, oh boy, are we in for some cheek shit? But no, it's just the studio. It was, you know, it's Japanese stat, you know, the writers and script and all the source material, all that stuff. My first two notes are just whoa. I don't know what was going on in the first part of that episode.
The girl kisses the other girl, and it's crazy.
Does what?
The girls kiss.
Oh right, is that what happens? Sure, yeah.
Yep.
Right, sure. Yes,
that's what happens. Yes, yeah, they kiss.
All right,
because they're rehearsing for the play. So,
oh right, yeah, there we go. Male students trick two ladies practicing play into kissing. I don't know what it has to do with the rest of the shows. The fact that they're all magical creatures, it doesn't really mentioned in the first part of the episodes, but it seems like mostly like demons, angels, and vampires. But like one centaur, who's our main character, Centaur. I don't know. They're mostly humanoid, so it's not really a very crazy magic diverse world. But I was hoping we wouldn't get a 5-minute scene explaining why they're magic and why the school is full of them. And I don't think we did, which is okay. I appreciate.
The second episode's got the second half of the episode's got some of that, but it's not as long.
Okay. This show is weird. Like, there's no character introductions or anything. It's just we're straight into a culture festival episode, and our centaur's name is Hime, and she saves a fellow cast member from a collapsing wood structure and gets a second kiss on the cheek. And then we get an opening halfway in, which is kind of weird. This is making a whole bunch of weird decisions out the gate. And this is all leading up to the weirdest part, but hold on. Strap in. So they're not magic, I guess. It's just an alternate universe where evolution didn't quite work out the same way.
This was weird, but how do they know about our universe?
What's that? Oh,
how do they know about our? Because how did that happen?
It's, you can break the third wall a little bit. It's fine.
Okay.
And then the teacher starts giving this strange propaganda speech while a couple of men in
that's right. Okay, fuck. Yeah, no, that's right.
While a couple of men in black obviously watch her from the hallway, and then they're running during gym around town, and the character interactions are a little stiff during this, and then they just start hinting over and over again that this is taking place in some kind of equalist dystopia.
That's right.
What's going on in my slice of life? They just casually mentioned that if they make note of the fact that she's a centaur and therefore different that they will be put into prison.
Okay, that's right. So what happened is that before this, someone had purchased like those goop candies, like a roller thing full of goop, like candy goop, and it's like super sour and everything.
No.
Okay, so like a sour spray, like a candy spray.
Sure.
Like you spray it, it's like a fine mist of sourness.
Okay. Yeah, I guess.
Like
so my Banaka.
I was offered, and by offered I mean somebody said that I should shoot the entire candy, so like crack it open and do a shot and like drink the entire thing.
Oh my god!
And I did this, and then I sat down to watch this show, and I was vibrating, and
you were
like,
vibrating. You say?
I was vibrating. I was just kind of in like a sugar trance, and like I just had taken something into my body that I wasn't supposed to. And it kind of affected my mental state during this entire episode. I just realized now, looking back on my notes, that's what occurred.
The most genuine show. Yeah, with this fucking weird subtext that gets mentioned like 3 times an episode and isn't the point of the show. It's just there.
I have a note. Does this become a battle show? Does this show end in combat? Have you watched any more of this?
Combat, you say?
Yeah, because the opening's like straight ripping, and they're doing like kung fu moves in it. At least, or maybe I was tripping out of my fucking mind because I just drank way too much acid.
That was actually mescaline. Yeah, no, that's. Yeah, I've watched 5 episodes. I've not seen any. There's been
no fighting,
some more kissing, but
okay,
absolutely no fighting.
Only loving, no fighting.
Dude. Just a lot of
I forgot about all this.
Avoiding the genetics police, but yeah, no kung fu whatsoever.
Well, fuck.
So
totally wrong read of this one. Oh my god. I guess that's just further proof that it is this baffling, weird fucking.
Yeah, the show was so weird it tricked you into thinking it was normal.
Yep. Okay. Well, I didn't think. I guess my initial take was that it was normal, but then I remembered the rest of the show.
Yeah. And
anyways.
I don't know if this is supposed to be absurd in Japan, because over here it's like, I don't know. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's going on. Help.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's kind of absurd to have the fucking police out the door as this teacher's being propaganda. But I don't know. I liked the first episode, even though it was totally batshit. I like the girls. I like the Centaur girl and her innocence. I thought it was okay.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Like it's almost there, but there's a weird impersonal. There's some kind of veil between me and the characters where I don't know if it's just because they never introduced themselves and it's still weird for me.
It does begin in media res, which is weird for a slice of life.
Yeah, very strange. And they're just not quite defined enough as characters, but they're perfectly likable. I just don't know what's going on. It's a trip of a show.
Maybe the second half will be fucking insane and pay off in a great way.
It'll just go nuts. I mean, they do meet an Antarctican, like, Illuminati snake, but that's the extent of it. I don't know.
Well, we'll have to wait and see. Fucking jury's out on that one still.
Crazy. And a very overdramatic ED that I love.
Fucking keep an eye on that.
Oh, I will. Got my peepers on that sucker. Let's do another short.
Sure.
Netsuzou Trap NTR. 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 This is a manga. Being done by creators in pack. 9 minutes long. People have been kind of hyping this one up for a while. Not quite probably what they were hoping for, because this is basically like porno quality in terms of animation and pacing.
Yes. And most other elements of the show as well.
This is supposed to be like serious and about adultery, but it's yuri adultery, so it doesn't count, obviously. Everyone knows that.
I also hold that same bias.
This speaking of this opening, by the way, the opening for this show is also oddly intense because like it's just like hard rock, like it's like cock rock. Like if you told me that the music for this opening was like the music for the new Black or for the new Black Lagoon season, I'd be like, yeah, totally, fits perfectly. But instead, it's for this gay ass romance show. You want to do this one?
No, I don't have
All
notes. Right. But I can. I can give you
cool.
like a. Okay, cool.
It's they got it's two girls, they got boyfriends, but they get freaky with each other. Isn't that fucking nuts, dude? But yeah, it looks like cheap porn. They're not gonna show anything, of course, but I want to see them show it. But they're not gonna show it.
What if I took the rest of your virginities as well? Whoa, that's erotic.
They're where the hell are they at the first episode? I don't remember. Who cares? They split up at night. Oh, they're just in town. They just go to karaoke or something, whatever. They only show the hetero kissing at first. Fuck you, show. Who do you think is watching this? Idiots. Pranks, she says. It's just a prank. Because she thinks it's pranks.
I also made that joke out loud to myself.
But never mind. They do show it. They show it. They just show the kissing. They don't show the naples, but they show it. I'm watching it, and they're showing it.
You can't stop me. You can't stop me from watching it. It's mine.
I'm going to watch forever. You can't stop me.
You can't make me look away.
Practice, she says. Practice. I'm watching it.
Don't you fucking look at me.
That's always what they say when it starts, isn't it? Yep, I'm in. Watching it. I'm still watching.
So our official review for this episode is
I'm watching it.
I'm watching it. Anyways.
Fuck. Okay. Yeah, no, that's dumb, but I'm watching it. Like I said. Because they make out every episode. I don't know. What am I going to do?
I respect it. I've been watching, speaking of watching it, I've been rewatching the entire Friday the 13th franchise.
Friday the 13th?
Yep, that's the Jason Voorhees one. And that's got some niples. And
God, you just watched that didn't you watch that entire series like 3 years ago?
4, actually, 2013.
Okay. I remember you telling me about that.
What you do to watch that is you pick your favorite girl, and by that I mean the one you find the sexiest, and then hope she makes it through the entire movie, and then root as the other kids get murdered instead of her.
How many times have you gotten it?
Well, I've seen the movies this time. I'm watching with other people, and they're kind of picking theirs, and they're really bad at it. They're really bad. Anyways,
well, the cheerleader, the hot blonde cheerleader, doesn't make it. Turns out.
What? No.
Bummer.
Except for in the second one. Anyways,
have you watched Nightmare on Elm Street 3 yet?
Dream Warriors?
Yeah, Dream
Not
Warriors.
in the longest fucking time.
Okay.
I watched Dream Warriors in high school.
Yeah, I should.
Dream Warriors is a trip.
Seems fun. I don't know.
Welcome to prime time, bitch.
Now I'm playing with power.
Yeah, no, I gotta watch Dream Warriors again for sure.
Oh, hell yeah.
Anyways.
Let's talk about a show that's actually doing things.
Okay.
Princess Principal.
Yes.
This is a purely original program by Actus, who did Girls in Panzer, and also 3 Hertz, who haven't done anything good yet, but did Sora No Method and Dimension W and Flip Flappers.
Yes.
2 relatively new studios, I think. This is, I was confused at first. I was like, wait, am I watching the right show? Because this is like alternate sci-fi history, but also steampunk.
Some steampunk?
You want to do this one?
Sure, yeah. All right.
I feel like you haven't done one in a while.
So, the show opens with a big old info dump that I didn't pay attention to.
Great.
And then a dude runs through some steampunk alleyways and gets pursued by a little girl. The little girl corners him and tells him that she's from another planet. And then a fucking car barrels towards him, and then another steampunk lolly shows up, and she slices the car, making it spin out, and then they escape. And the lollies take this dude back to their lair, which is inside of a school. And it turns out that they're students at this academy, and that one of them is a princess who's also a spy. And I love the idea of the princess of a nation being a spy. I think that's fucking cool. Putting like having secret like double agents inside of the royal family is awesome. So yeah, and then they got there's a stoic girl who's kind of caring for the dude that they abducted. And he brings him an omelet, and they cracks a few jokes with him. And then they ask him to help his sister get out of the city because they're going to take him out of the city. Wasn't that the thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
He's going to be a refugee.
Yes. So the girls convene and discuss this, and they're like, "Yeah, okay, sure, let's go for it in spite of the risk." So some espionage happens as these girls sneak into a hospital and find this guy's sister, and she's got some sort of magic poisoning going on. And then we cut to some other girls forging some documents. And these two girls this is like unrelated to the main story, but they're basically discussing whether it's truly possible to be friends when they're in the business of lying. Whoa, think about it. Anyways, then we get some backstory about Dude Guy, and it turns out that he got offered money for his sister's operation to get rid of the magical malady in exchange for him defecting to a foreign nation. And the stoic girl reveals a little about herself. Her parents were murdered when she was 7, but the spy agency took her in. And then Homie, the dude who the fucking guy man, he releases a carry pigeon in the night. And the girls see that and kind of piece together that he was a double agent in the most predictable twist of all time. And then they kind of piece together his web of lies. And stoic girl's like, okay, we're leaving tonight, and she takes him away from the school and fakes killing him to kind of cover, because I guess she likes him basically, or like has empathy for him or empathizes with him. And she fakes killing him, and all the girls have tea and talk about what happened. They're spy girls living in the spy world.
Yes, like Kim Possible.
I really like this one a lot. I thought I wasn't going to like it based on the huge info dump at the beginning, which is a major turnoff. But it's a solid show. I like the concept. Yeah,
this shit. God damn it! This show is fucking like crazy because it has so much more writing than any other anime. Definitely this season, probably in the last few years. More writing does not imply good writing, but the fact that there's like
espionage and
just the pacing and the
information trickle,
the constant twists and turns, and the themes, everything totally outmatches everything else we've talked about, or going to talk about this season, but I can't even tell if it's good, obviously, because I've been watching anime for so long that I don't even have the faculties to process this anymore, or judge this by any reasonable standard. And also, it's too confusing. I can't follow it because I'm a big dumb boy.
So
the first episode was followable, but you haven't seen episode 2, man.
I will watch episode 2 because I'm into
this. You should, because it's fantastic, but I have no idea what's going on. I can't keep track of anyone's alliances. I can't keep track of which nation is which. I can't keep track of who works for who. I can't keep track of anyone's motivations.
But it don't matter. But
the dialogue is constant, and it's good, and I'm so interested, even though I do not know what is happening.
So I had to explain to somebody recently how I enjoy anime now. Just like it came up in conversation of like, they were like, "Hey, anime's bad, right?" Well, I'm like, well, I don't even know anymore because I can't judge anime anymore. I'm literally just watching for things that are self-aware, and are trying something new and aren't the most generic thing ever. And if they are the most generic thing ever, I want them to be trying to be counter to the rest of that genre or that trope. I want them to try to take a spin on it. That's basically all I can ask for at this point. You can only watch so many fucking isekais and you die in the video game, you die in real life shows before you just kind of have to approach them from a different angle.
Oh yeah.
Yes, I totally understand where you're coming from, because it's something that I've had to discuss recently, and I had to come to terms with it myself. Which is that I don't even know if my taste is good anymore. I just watch things, and some of them aren't trash, and the ones that aren't complete trash, I don't have any sort of gauge as to how good they are. I just know they're not super bad.
Amen.
Anyways,
yeah,
that's that one.
That first episode, it has the theme that, you know, she's a spy, so she lies, so she keeps doing the opposite, and that's good. And the obvious twist, of course, you know, there's a bunch of twists. Some of them hit, some of them don't. The obvious twist, of course, is that our main character is actually the princess, and the princess isn't the real princess. But that's what I think, anyways. But I'm totally going to keep watching that, because there's effort being put into this, which I do not see very often. I was skeptical at first, because normally steampunk and jazz is, I don't know, I mean, I guess there's not that much jazz. There kind of is in the opening, but that's usually a shortcut, or just that's a red flag.
We don't have to have any sort of style of our own, because this is enough to get us by.
But damn, it also looks amazing. By the way, the character design's great.
Spy Girls, great OP.
And the outfits are great, and the ladies look nice, and I'm digging it.
Spy Girls in a spy world.
Yeah.
Anyways, next.
Hajimete no Gal.
Yes.
My first gal. A manga.
Oh boy.
Being turned from hay into gold by Studio Naz, who did Hamatora and Dramatical Murder.
Insert stomping on ball jokes here.
I didn't get any of that sentence.
No. Insert stomping on ball jokes here.
Oh.
I want about being turned into a pet.
It's just a gal. What is the matter with you?
What? Oh no, I think this ends with
ball stomping.
dog collar at the very least.
I don't know what kind of show you think you're watching, buddy.
I think that this girl knows that he's a lech. I think she knows
that he's what?
That he's a lech. You know, I think if she could see past and see that all he wants is one thing.
This is obvious. This is an obvious. Everyone is actually pure on the inside show. I mean,
it's all you.
There's got to be no perversions whatsoever. There's going to be plenty of fantasizing, but everyone is just an innocent teenager on the inside, obviously.
Until they get their fucking balls stomped. Anyway, it's all you.
It's like Mike Tyson said, everyone's got a plan until they get their balls stomped on.
It's true. And then they're a fucking horrible pervert monster.
So our first shot is of labia.
Yes.
So at first I was thinking, you know, I don't think this is a nice gal, like in Galko-chan is an outwardly pure gal. But then it turns out it is. It's the same thing. She looks like a gal, but she's just a very nice girl. But yeah, it's a new semester. It's at a Japan high school, and main character is in a group of losers, 4 losers, and one of his friends is his character is his goof is that he's just a pedophile, and that's it. That's the joke.
Yep.
And that's all he talks about. There's one of his friends that I really like because he's just constantly fucking screaming, and I just really enjoy it because at one point I just love people screaming in the background while characters have a conversation in the foreground. And at one point, there's just people talking, and his friend is just fucking screaming at the top of his lungs about something. I don't even remember what. But I like that. So I like that character because it's just a logical conclusion of the loud otaku friend.
Pushes up glasses.
Yeah.
And you know that guy.
But he's got a big old titty little sister who's not actually a sister. She's just a neighbor. And he also has a nice girl acquaintance who he's childhood friends with, or something like that. But he's holding a dirty magazine for a friend in class, and the gal sees it and she don't like that. Homie don't play that shit. And his friends set him up to give her a fake love letter from him to I don't know, do something. So he takes the only obvious route and promptly genuflex, and guess what? She accepts. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
And then he's gonna find out that she's actually just a nice girl, and who's innocent and not very much of a gal. And I kind of like it. Because I watched the next couple episodes, and she's kind of, I like her.
Oh, Declan. Wait till you see some ball stomping.
She's not gonna do. You don't understand. You don't understand what's her face, Ethan.
This is AD chess. This is like,
it's what?
Oh, she's playing the long con here. Her end game is to stomp on his fucking balls, dude. Come on, guy. You're gonna let this show play you like this? You're gonna let this show trick you into thinking this isn't gonna be ball stomping?
I don't know why you reached this conclusion at all. I don't know how you got here.
Oh, we'll see. We'll see, Declan. It's either gonna, if I'm gonna low end, it's gonna be dog collar. If it's going all the way, it's ball stomping.
Please tell me any evidence you have that there is any dom or sub inclinations in any of the characters in this television program.
I think the main character, our protag guy, he's invigorated by the pantsuit, and I think that she sees this and is going to use it to her advantage. But I think she's gonna lay an elaborate trap for him. That's it. That's all I got. Look, I'm aiming for the fence here. I'm pointing. I'm Babe Ruth in this shit. I'm pointing to the fence. I'm calling my shot. And everybody can doubt me, and they're like, "Oh my god, that guy looks like a fucking idiot." Well, he's gonna strike out here and look like a real fucking dork.
This show's only 10 episodes. It'd have to be a real short, long con.
It's going all the way, baby. Parking lot.
All right. Well, what'll you do if you're wrong? I'm watching.
I guess get my balls stomped.
By who?
Doesn't really matter.
All right. When I fly down there next time, you gotta remind me. Stop on.
We'll do it publicly. It'll be a thing.
Yeah, no, they like that down there. We can put a hat out and people put dollar bills in it, and it's cool.
Yeah, it's street art, performance art. Yeah.
I want to talk about Tenshi no Threep.
Yes!
Exclamation mark. This is a light novel by the Rokubu author and the Rokubu illustrator, and the plot is kind of like Rokubu, and it's a studio that did Rokubu. Fuck yes! This shit is Rokubu. It's back, baby. It's back. This time they got instruments, I guess.
I got this one.
Okay, tell me about this hard rock. Hell yeah, dude.
Oh man, this is the most fucking metal show ever.
Oh yeah.
So there's this dude, right?
The fact that this is apparently like this cock rock sounds hardcore to Japanese people. Like this is supposed to be like cool underground boundary breaking rock music, and it's just like down and now wow.
They're stuck in the 40s, okay? It's like if you showed somebody in the 40s this, they'd lose their minds. They would cry blood.
Oh yeah.
Anyways, so there's this dude, right? And he's a shut-in, and he just spends all day making music. And he don't go out none, unless he's going to the grocery store. And he's making music all day. He don't go to class. And his classmates are like, "Where's that dude?" But he's not there. He's not in class. But he goes to the grocery store, right? And the dude at the grocery store is like, "Hey, you're wearing the same shirt again," because he's a shut-in. He doesn't change his clothes. He spends all of his time making music. And he's like, "Did you like that band?" He's like, "Oh shit, this guy realized that I was wearing the same shirt. It's kind of embarrassing." And he's kind of living a disgusting life. But then he gets an email from a fan. because he uploads his music to SoundCloud. And he gets an email from a fan. It's like, hey, I figured out based on your blog post that you live here. Would you want to meet up? I'm a big fan. And he's like, oh, okay. By oh, okay,
show,
I mean,
and then the show
fans,
ends because SoundCloud went under RIP.
They managed to survive. They live on in the hearts of all of us. But
I actually didn't even check. It was supposed to go down today.
They got extended. They got an angel investor. They lost their CEO.
I mean, it seems like I heard Vine was gone like 2 years ago, and I still see Vines every once in a while. So I guess these companies just kind of take a decade to die out.
So
aren't you glad I decided not to host the podcast on SoundCloud?
Oh man, that would be really embarrassing.
Yeah,
because you'd have spent on top of cleaning out your fucking basement from water damage, but you'd also be moving all of our files over to a different service.
Oh my god, fuck! I'm still probably gonna have to do that at some point, but at least
bullet dodged.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's like, yeah, he takes a long time to write an email reply saying that he wants to meet up too, and he sends it, and then he gets a reply from the fan who's like, okay, great, we're gonna meet up here, and he expects to see this like a dude or something, like just like a high school student, but it turns out to be 3 little girls who are orphans, and they take him back to their orphanage, and they push a statue out of the way, a giant stone statue. Through the power of rock, they're able to move it, and they've got a recording studio basically, just full of fucking crazy vintage instruments, and he's in awe of their shit. And then they play a performance for him that's like cute girl power rock, and then they're like, hey, can you help us put on a performance? And he's like, yeah, and then that's the show. It's pretty good. It's cute.
Oh, I've been waiting. I've been missing Rokyubu. Let me tell you, I didn't even like that show. It's one of those shows that's actively bad, but I miss it because it's just it's gotta be there. You just gotta believe. It's gotta believe. Yeah.
In the power of rock.
Was it me that missed it? Was it my penis? Doesn't matter. Same thing.
The thing is that you are the penis.
We are one and the same.
Yeah, this one's okay.
Monism. Yeah, no, I'm loving. I only watched one episode. I don't know. It could be very, very bad. Depends on how. I'll just say it could be very good or very bad.
It's just, I think the biggest problem with this first episode is that we like a significant portion of it is taken up by setting up them playing their instruments, and none of that's super interesting.
Yeah. But then it's a bunch of little girls doing J-rock, so
I don't really care for the protagonist at all.
Don't miss this one this season, boy. He's
so I don't know. He's whatever he needs to be in the moment for the sake of the show. Because like when he starts the show, he's like full blown like recluse weirdo, and then like he comes out of his shell way too quickly for me. Like for me to be comfortable with. I don't know. It's all right. It's all right.
Yeah, whatever.
Next
is Tsurezure Children. It's short.
Yes.
Wait, no, it's not. It's a preview. Our next show is actually Hina Logi from Luck and Logic.
Oh boy.
Remember Luck and Logic?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
100% sure I don't remember.
Yeah, no, I don't either. I think Luck and Logic is fused in my brain with the memories of Comet Lucifer. I think, were those both Dogakobo? I don't remember. But I think they were, yeah. And it's just 2 shows that were very, very bad that looked kind of nice and were Dogakobo, so I was excited for them, but then they were bad. But this is a media franchise that includes a trading card game. Yay.
Oh, wow. Good. Nothing fucking science success there.
Again, Dogakobo. Yeah, so it's we start out, there's a girl in the back of a hay truck being driven by another girl, and we see a fancy school with an Ojo-sama, and she's informed that her entourage there's a transfer student happening, and then something crashes near the school, and there's a little blue cat fox mascot thing that's all mofu mofu. It's very cute, actually. No,
Fluffy.
No frontin' here. And then there's our lolly protag, Leon, which is not lion, Leon. And then immediate bath scene, like 5 minutes in. This show knows what you want. But boy, there's really no plot in the first like 5-7 minutes of this show. It's just kind of these things happening. Nothing's being introduced. And there's strangely little dialogue too, which is off-putting. But then they're walking to some part of the school, and there's this harp music playing, and they look over, and it's in-world harp music that's just being played by a lady on a canoe.
It was
it's boy, it's a little changes, and you can make this into a comedy. But so Leon introduced herself to the class, and we're introduced to all these characters, and this show may be dumb and boring, but it's got a lot of funny faces. Every face is funny. They do all these moe funny girl faces. And then we get a bunch of exposition that was probably the same exposition from Luck and Logic. There's logic, and there's they fight something, paradoxes or something. And then they're talking at lunch, and then the squirrel jumps into some boobs, and then Leon henshins for some reason, transforms. She becomes a fancy talking vine lady, and then another girl gets an actual henshin sequence, and they literally steal a shot straight from Madoka, the Madoka opening, where there's two of her and she kisses herself. Straight stolen. And then her deadpan lolly friend, who she meets at the beginning, fights her, and by fights I mean she slaps her once slightly, and then Leon.
Sorry. Oh God. Oh, sorry. I just
Leon catches. In here. She catches a foot-long fish, using only her bare hands. More bath scenes. More like Butts and Logic. Am I right?
Are they in 6th grade?
What?
Are they in 6th grade?
I don't know.
There was a fucking thing at the end of the show where they were supposed to be in 6th grade, and I was totally off-put. That's like the only thing of real note to me in this.
Why did that surprise you?
It looked nice enough. I don't know. I was just the only thing I had a strong impression of in this entire show was like I have a grasp on who these girls are, and then they threw the 6th grade thing in there. I'm like, well, I don't know fucking shit anymore.
What would you have estimated as for the age?
High school.
It's like 14. That's the same as 6th grade. It's like what, 11?
That's not the same.
That's the same.
A lot happens. But anyways, yeah, no, I wasn't into this. It looks nice.
Yeah, it's a bummer that it's so boring and uninteresting because I like those faces.
Oh God, I actually drifted off as you were explaining this.
Yeah, I tried to make it as fast as possible, but yeah, these summaries can get a bit long in the tooth.
Yep, it's all right. It's just pretty fucking boring. It looks nice though. So like, what else are you gonna?
Yeah, I don't know.
There's not much else to say, really.
Not much to say about that one. Moving on.
Yeah.
Now it's time for Tsurezure Children.
Oh boy.
This was a 4-koma web manga being done by Gokumi, who did Kinaro Mosaic and Koei de Oshigoto. And
some good shit.
Seiren and Yuki Yuna. This is half episode length, 12 minutes, 30 seconds. I was surprised that this was very good because the character design, you see it and it's like, this is very minimalistic, to be nice about it. But it's every episode is a series of short scenes involving different characters, usually 2, and it's just a bunch of romance scenarios, and it's very, very good.
Yeah, I agree. They're not all perfect, but there's enough of them to like if one of them misses, you're kind of like okay with it, you know. Yeah. There's some that they vary wildly in tone.
Oh, yeah.
Like one of them is just fucking totally over the top ludicrous of like this dude's like, yeah, it's like, will you sell your fucking body to me? Like just weird shit like that. And then the last segment in this is about this girl who like stays in this club because she likes this guy, and now he's graduating, and he wants to tell her she wants to tell him for real that she likes him. And then, they have different levels of seriousness and tone, and that's fun. It keeps the variety up, and I could literally watch an entire show of just confessions that don't go right. So that's kind of what this is.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of like, here's the best parts of romance shows done very well, and just 4 of them all in one episode. And they visit characters, they revisit them throughout different episodes. But it introduces a lot of new ones, and there's tons of different pairings and all this stuff. And it can go from straight raunchy to very heartwarming or heartbreaking. There's all sorts of stuff going on. It's very nice. You haven't even seen the second episode with the jealous little sister. That's an amazing scene.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I basically want to watch all the shorts this season to completion, for various reasons.
Yeah. Yeah, this is just good. I don't know.
Correct.
Whatever.
Solve that one.
Okay.
Oh no. Oh. Oh no.
Probably should have saved this for last, really. But
No, we could still do it.
Yeah, you wanna?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's save it for last.
All right. Save it. All right, saving it. Our next show is Clione no Akari.
Yes.
This is based on an online novel from 2004. Being done by Studio Drop, which I don't think has done anything yet. And when I read the Wikipedia article, I said, wait, this is entirely directed and animated by one dude? And then I realized, oh, it's 9 minutes. Okay. I didn't realize this was a short at first. It wasn't marked as a short on Anichart, I don't think. But it's a short, apparently. And boy, yeah, you can tell that all this animation is by one guy, all right. All 5 seconds of it.
Did he do the fucking score too? Because the score is just mellow 808s beats. Fucking sampled.
Yeah, this seems
straight up.
like a not a huge undertaking of a project. The first shot of the show is like some seagulls doing a hilarious like After Effects slide in, slide out animation.
Yep. This is can I cover this one after you?
Yeah, no,
do
go
your
nuts.
Thing? Yeah. So this is sadness porn. This is so there's these there's these two mongoloids talking to each other on a pier, and then it actually turns out the entire cast is nothing but mongoloids. They've got some big foreheads going on, and this girl's getting relentlessly bullied by her classmates. And these two characters explain how they have like fantasies about how they want to stick up for her. And then there's crackle sound effects. And the protagonist explains that the girl's getting picked on as a sickly girl and her parents are dead. And this other girl has a fantasy about how she wants to stand up for the girl who's getting bullied as well. And then the sickly girl like leaves to go to the nurse's office, and she gets picked on for that. And as she's on her way to the nurse's office, she trips in hilarious fashion, like, and falls way too fucking fast, and it just looks hilarious, kind of breaking the whole tone. And then the protagonist talks with the other girl who wants to stand up for a sickly girl on the roof, and they lament not being able to do anything, and you should feel sad about that. You should feel bad, Declan. Are you sad yet?
Dead fish?
What's up?
This is nothing.
Oh no, there's no action taken in this episode.
No.
Nobody they think about making a stand, but nobody makes a stand. And it's like, well, it's deep, bro. It's fucking deep. But no.
An episode can't be entirely set up.
It's it is though.
And this would be it's not going to be good.
But it will have mellow 808s beats, straight ripped off of YouTube fucking jazz hop playlists.
This is I doubt it gets better because it says a 5.36 on Mal. So.
Maybe they're just so sad that they're like, this hurt me mentally. I can't keep watching this.
Oh,
it's bad. It's bad.
Not into it. All right, moving on.
You know what I'm into even less than that?
What's that? It's not the last one. We have 2 more.
What else we got?
Or no, we have 3 more, and then the last one.
Okay, hit me with those other 3 then.
Youkoso, Jitsuryoku, Shijou, Shugi no Kyoushitsu.
Which one is this?
This is Welcome to the Elite Class.
Oh, shit, okay.
Did you watch it?
I did watch this. Okay,
okay.
That's right. I got my notes.
A light novel by Lerch, who did Assassination Classroom, which is kind of similar, and Monster Musume. So, who did you did the I'll do this one.
Sure. Actually, maybe I should take this one as well because there's some that I don't have notes for coming up.
Okay.
Sure. Okay. So there's these kids go to this classroom. They go to the school, and at the school you get $100,000 every month.
So you already fucked up because this show starts out with Nietzsche, which is always a good sign.
What is Nietzsche?
Nietzsche, the guy, the quote from the guy.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Okay, yeah. For what my mind's stuck in fucking Japanese mode. No, yeah, it's Nietzsche, which means it totally won't be up its own ass.
Yeah, no, not Nichi. I guess I see. I see why that happened.
Nietzsche.
Yes, Nietzsche.
Yeah, and it's like survival of the fittest, and equality and shit, and then fucking. Dude, the fucking protagonist monologues about how equality is a false concept, and that it's not real. And then there's a scene where this young girl is asking this big strong man to stand up so an old woman can have his seat on the train, and he refuses in hilarious fashion. He's very huffy about it. And then a young woman elsewhere on the train offers up her seat. And then we cut to them, the protagonist arriving in an academy. So at this academy, you get $100,000 or 100,000 yen every month to spend however you want.
Supposedly.
At least that's how it seems. And everyone fucks around and buys a bunch of, superfluous shit and is super decadent in their spending and blows all their cash. And then the next month rolls around and, oh, fuck. You're not getting $100,000 or 100,000 yen this month because you guys were shit last month. You were dicking around in class. We're penalizing you, and you ain't getting shit. Good luck living on no cash. And I think this show is going to be about training these kids to be perfect members of society or something.
Something like that, yeah. And our protagonist is a Ray clone boy. And he befriends a Ray clone girl. Or no, she's stern. She just doesn't want anything to do with
She doesn't want
anyone.
decadence. No decadence.
Yes, sure. So yeah, 2 unlikable people off the bat, great. And you've created a genius school where everyone acts like a moron. So you've defeated the entire purpose of your premise. If it was a show about smart people interacting, that would be very interesting, but in order to have that, you need a smart writer. So it's never going to happen. So it's just
perhaps an Aaron Sorkin type.
This could be a delinquent school. This could be a remedial school, and they could be the exact same show.
And it's a bunch of punks walking around and
it's just a bunch of punks and bullying and
it actually works better. That actually works better because punks we need to whip these punks into shape.
Yes, but
you let them fuck around for the first month and everything.
But that's what Assassination Classroom was, which is the other show the studio did.
Was it good?
It was very good. I need to finish it.
All right. Well, go watch Assassination Classroom instead.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, because that's got a great teacher. This teacher's just also just kind of strict, but she's got big titties.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, when I looked in her eyes, I saw ball stomping?
Uh-oh.
A lust to stomp balls in her eyes? I don't know. Maybe that's
Austin
just me,
has changed you, man.
Anyways. Yeah, that's that show.
Yeah, people seem to like that one, but I don't really want to continue with it.
I think if you could kind of overlook the Ray clone-ness of the main character and kind of you might be able to get some enjoyment out of it. You kind of have to enjoy the dynamic that they have, and maybe they'll be able to come together to be less like Ray clones because they have to live with each other, basically.
They're kind of snarky towards each other. I don't know.
That's kind of cute.
Could be okay. Yeah, and the money premise is also all right. Although it's dumb because fucking 1 point is 1 yen, and they're all like... So it was 1 point, one of the other girl characters goes like, oh, I get confused because it's points, not money. It's like, it's just yen. It's the same thing. It's not Microsoft points where 1 is equal to 1.5 or whatever.
I don't know.
Whatever. Last short.
Yes.
Last short, Skirt no Naka wa Kedamono deshita, which I think means in my skirt there is a beast. This is 5 minutes long. It's a manga adapted by Magic Bus, who did just Legend of the Galactic Heroes. So
same caliber, I'd say.
About the same.
If you go back and listen to our Legend of the Galactic Heroes episode, this is in the similar territory.
Yeah, also the same setting, don't you know?
So I got this. This girl goes to a mixer to meet a guy. And she meets an older woman who takes her out drinking. And then she asks the older woman if she's got a boyfriend. And then the older woman's like, I don't want a boyfriend. And then the woman takes her home because the younger woman's all sauced and loose now. And then makes a move on her. And it turns out the older woman's a guy. And then he finger blasts the shit out of her. And that's the end of the episode.
Hell yeah, bruh. I don't know if this is how mingling works at parties. Is someone just supposed to come up to you and say, you are cute?
Generally, I leave parties getting finger blasted, so...
Oh, alright, I guess that's cool. Also, this show has the gooeyest sounds, possibly, that I have ever heard. It is really impressive that they could make a sound this gooey. This is pornography, and I enjoy it.
Yes! Correct. I'm a simple man.
This is hardcore lesbian pornography. So,
no fucking around here. This has got banging.
Whatever, man.
I like the banging.
Yeah, I like it when the girls they bang.
I like it when the girls fuck. Oh, fuck me. I like it when girls have sex with each other and scream.
Yeah.
So this one's pretty good. Oh, Jesus H. Fuck. This fulfills a carnal need inside of me, so I guess it's all right. Like, shit. What do you want from me?
Yeah, man. That is all.
Moving on.
Moving on.
Oh, fuck.
Next, penultimately, a show that's very close to my heart. Gamers.
Oh, man, I can relate to this.
Gamers.
You know me.
Only true gamers understand. Light novel being done by Pine Jam, who did
Pine Jam, what a fucking name.
And that's kind of it so far. And finally, pandering for us gamers. I'm drinking Mountain Dew Code Red for this show. Fuck yeah, low ping, getting frags, bruh. Gamers.
Noobs. Watch out, noobs. This isn't
Watch
for
out
noobs like you.
For that noob too, faggot. I got that fucking pre-order bonus M16. Fucking no scoping motherfuckers halfway across the map. You can suck my dick. Very blue show.
This one's about gamers.
Gamers.
This is about a kid who joins a gaming club.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, yes. Well, he doesn't though.
Well, but the implication is he's going to.
He probably will.
Because he doesn't join the club because he's addicted to phone games, and there is a decent scene in here where he gets asked to join the club by the club leader for she makes one last play to get him to join, and you think he's gonna. Well, the show wants you to think that he's going in for a handshake or to take her hand and to go to the club, but instead he presses a button on his phone to start up a phone game. And
that lead up to
what
that
a switcheroo.
Handshake lasts like 30 seconds, which is pretty funny. I gotta admit.
Yep. That's the best joke in the show, and you know what's going to happen the entire time. And just the longer it goes, the funnier it gets. and it's very, very dramatic. And there is also another good goof in this where he's like, oh my god, this club is everything I could possibly want in the world. And it's like, just spending my entire high school life playing video games with my friends, and then he doesn't join the club. And he's like, why the fuck did I do that? Which is, I don't know why he did that, but I think it's because
he's fucking alpha. Turn that shit down, hell yeah. Turn it down second time.
Makes that fucking girl want it, boy.
Yeah. Yeah, and he on his mobile game he has a net friend, and it shows her and it's a girl. I wonder if he thinks it's a dude, but then it's not. I wonder if he's gonna meet her IRL.
That'd be fucking crazy, dude.
That would be insane.
That's outlandish.
That would be silly. I liked the beginning of the show. He's in a game store, and one of the games he picks up is Base Combat.
Yes.
So now I like this.
I thought of you.
Now I
thought of you.
I like this show now because it references the game I like.
It worked.
Yeah, no, I like it. So this is a good show now to me. This main character has an anime dude on the back of his phone, which I think is very strange. I don't know.
He's not ashamed.
Making this show know what's going on. I love their funny fake CS:GO.
Yes, they have a CGI CS:GO knockoff thing where it's just the op and the fucking stuff too.
They all play locally, like all 6 of them with controllers.
Yes, split screen with controllers in CS:GO.
6 times split screen. What?
It's some shit.
Ugh. And everyone. Oh, the other joke I really liked was everyone has a weird ass anime reason to join the club, which is pretty funny.
Yes,
he doesn't.
That's another. Yeah, that's like a good goof too. And like even
amnesia and trying to win back their old childhood friends and all this crazy stuff.
Yep. And he's just a schlubby dude. And the other schlubby dude that came in with him also had a good backstory. He felt betrayed.
Yeah, to draw a comparison to Haruhi, the Izumi equivalent, the other guy in the club who's normal. He's too normal. He looks and sounds and acts exactly like a main character. And I don't know if that's intentional, but he's way too normal. I don't know.
Yep.
That's weird. But yeah, this has got some stuff. I just watched this today. I have no idea whether I will continue with this. It's got some stuff, but I don't know, man. I don't know.
It could be worse for being a show about playing Vidya.
Certainly.
There are significantly worse shows with the same premise.
This is the show with the screenshot going around of the guy saying, haven't you ever played a Western game and thought, if only the girls were cuter? And I'm like, yeah.
Same.
In short, this show gets me. Me, a gamer.
Gamer. All right. We can't beat around the bush any longer. Let's get to the real fucking meat of this.
Yeah, we've had fun, I suppose.
This is you know, Declan. We've had a lot of fun tonight, making the yucks.
Yeah, having fun, making jokes and shooting the stuff, as you might say. Shooting
the bull, just 2 guys being guys. But now it's time to get serious.
It's always a real bummer when we have to, take time out of the show to address stuff like this, but it is really important that we do this. And I guess I don't know where to start. I just
our hearts go out to everybody affected by this next show.
Yes, by this next show and the ones like it. There have been a lot of analogs floating around in the market lately.
Oh, man.
Some more potent than others. And, there's no way to know which one, could be the end of you. There's no way to measure it to know what you're putting in.
Now, Declan, I have my own personal struggle with this. I was subjected to one of the strongest strains, the one we're discussing here. This is actually probably the most potent one. Isekai wa smartphone to tomorrow no.
You've been hit so hard that you can't even pronounce the name anywhere close to correctly.
Who gives a fuck?
And it's horrifying.
I managed to escape on with my sanity, whatever was left of it after, because I pulled the plug. I tapped out. I fucking tapped out. I stopped. I stopped watching the show. This is it. This is rock bottom for me. This is easily the worst experience I've ever had watching an anime. I will say this outright. I can't imagine. It's not the worst show I've ever seen. It's the one I've hated the most. I hate it.
Yeah.
I hate it so much.
For those of you that maybe aren't aware or don't follow the news, we're recording this on Saturday, August the 12th, 2017. This morning, President Donald Trump issued a state of emergency because of the epidemic of Isekai that has been sweeping our nation. And I just gotta say, I gotta be upfront. I lost my brother. You know, I didn't talk to, you know, I don't talk about him that much on the show because I've been drifting farther and farther away from him. It's gotten to the point where his taste has gotten so shit that I don't even want to be around the guy anymore, you know? So I've been telling people I'm an only child, you know? I haven't seen him. I haven't heard from him because I've been deliberately avoiding him of my own volition. And really, Isekai wa Smartphone Totomoni was the last straw. I had to get out. And
that's good. It's good.
I want to be very...
I'm actually... Can we get a quick round of applause for Declan for getting out of that?
Thank you. Thank you.
That's really brave of you to get out of that situation.
Yeah. Well, I want to be very, very clear here for those listening. If you've been imitating us, if you've been taking us as some kind of examples, you have drastically misinterpreted the purpose of this podcast. We are doing this so that you do not have to. And not only that, you shouldn't. Under no circumstances should you participate in the kind of behavior that we're displaying here.
Warning.
What?
Warning. It's a warning. The things that we perform should not be performed by others.
We are seasoned veterans and basically drug addicts, and we're basically taking about 27 to 30 bullets for you every season. And we're about to describe the show not because we think that you should in any way involve yourself with it, but to illustrate to you the kinds of darknesses and depths that an interest or even tolerance for isekai can bring you to over the course of your life. This is not a joke. This is not funny. Do not take this lightly. Here we go. This is a light novel by Production Read.
I like some of those in the past, light novel adaptations.
Who did a show called Nijiro Days, which was from winter 2016. Why didn't we cover that? I don't remember. They didn't do anything else of note. It starts out with a boy who is dead, because this is an isekai. He goes to a magic world. First he talks to God, and again, similar to 18, if actually relatively level-headed, it might lure you in with this strangely reasonable protagonist. But don't be fooled. He goes to Magic World and he brings his phone. He has to bring his phone. That was his one request. Yada yada. Hence the title. Now, people think harems are bad. You think that's bad for you? No. Nature built your ballsack into you to enjoy harems.
And getting stomped.
And getting stomped. No. Would you shut the fuck up? God damn, dude. What is the what is the matter with you today?
Keep going.
Harems are bad. This is unbelievable. This is shameless. In the opening, he has a white robe and shit, and he holds his phone. No. Okay, now, hold on a second. Ethan.
Yes.
Ethan.
Yes.
The bearded guy, supposedly God, tells him he can use his phone in Magic World.
Yes.
But he can't interact directly with his old phone.
Correct.
So he can use the internet though. Read only, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't download data without uploading it as well, Ethan. All he would have to do is edit his browser headers or something to include an explanation as to what happened to him and where he is. Then just do a bunch of Google searches for fertilizer and how to do 9/11 in real life and stuff. And people would find him. He could communicate. In fact, the show should be entirely from the perspective of a cybersecurity team who begin getting messages from a deceased boy trapped in a fantasy dimension and their struggles with communicating with him and their attempt to bring him back. I just wrote an entire show that is not only orders of magnitude better than this one with the exact same premise, but it is actually good. I am so fucking mad. I am not even joking.
Yeah, I don't really know what to say. It's a shame we don't get that one. Instead, we get not another isekai, which I know we made that joke last time, but it's so true.
Isekai.
This is. I have nothing to say. I refuse to actually speak more on this one.
It could be cool. You start getting these strange patterns in all these web searches, and then you have to find ways to send messages to him. And
wait, hold on. Isn't that the movie with Johnny Depp? Isn't that movie with Johnny Depp?
It's kind of like Stranger Things, and it's kind of like the movie with Johnny Depp. I don't know which one you're talking about. You're probably right. Just imagine the scene where they bring his mother in, and she has all this information that only he would know, and they're getting all this obscure computer data from this random metadata, and she's just crying her eyes out, and she sees that someone somewhere, it's little Johnny, it's him, he's stuck in the cyberverse, he's alive. Oh my god.
But instead he goes to an inn, and then I have a note this is actually hell. I stopped. I couldn't fucking take any more of this fucking show.
Let me tell you what you missed, buddy.
Okay, hit me.
So, he sells his clothes,
right,
to a guy for lots of gold, and then his GPS works for some reason. So he goes to town, he saves a bunch of fair maidens from mob men. The scene genuinely reads like a parody, like, oh, is there a problem here, fellows? Also, he has superpowers, because apparently he asked for that as well.
He's super smart.
Then he joins a guild to do quests. This is the point of no return. If you don't realize that watching Isekai is just like watching a really generic RPG, that's when you can't come back, buddy. So then these two chicks explain to him no less than 3 times how magic aptitudes work. And it turns out he's totally rad and he can use all the magics super really good because he's special. And then he invents ice cream. You know what we know would make this show a lot better?
Death, dying in real life would make this show a lot better. being dead.
I was gonna say if he got his balls stomped, but yeah, no.
But having your balls stomped to death while watching the show would make it better, because then you're done and you're out.
Hell yeah,
you don't have to
brother.
watch it anymore. Fucking amen.
I can't. It has to end.
It'll never end. It's gonna be half the shows next season are gonna be 3D, and half the shows next season are gonna be fucking isekais, and it's gonna be fucking over, Declan.
We didn't even have any 3D this season.
Oh, well, it's coming. They're just saving them up. They're gonna fucking unleash them.
Kado seasons 2 through 8 coming up.
Fucking done.
All right. Well, I guess that's it for this episode. What was good? Made in Abyss was good.
Yep.
And Symphogear's good.
And the shorts were good if you like titties.
Shorts were all right. Ballroom show might be okay. Centaur show was weird, good in a weird way. Princess Principal. Tsurezure, all the shorts. Great. successful.
Not as bad as last season.
Maybe. Perhaps.
I'm done. Isekais have killed me.
Okay. Well, see you in 8 weeks. No, wait. 6 weeks.
Oh, I can't.
See you in a month and a half for next season, buddy.
If there's an isekai, if I have to watch 3 isekais next season, it's over.
I'll see you then.
Sunday morning, the light has gone, and looking up high, vanished glory, sunlight has come. I'm going to try for a present now. Just a page of life in my story, sweet and bright. Too long, and affection reside in everything that's in my sight. Finally open my eyes, and now this I realize the pleasure can find you. So pleasing to see, it's like the world is born again. Going on Sunday morning, the light for